everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
If you're in here, announce yourself. If anyone else is in here, I'm taking the basement.
How long ago did you start getting concerned from?
Concerned for like the last month, but it really got serious like within the last week.
When you walked in there, was there anything that kind of looked out of place?
The house itself. My dad is a secret type of person. He don't tell me too much of nothing, so I have to find everything out on my own. Just like today, I wouldn't have never. If I wouldn't never went in the house, my little brother wouldn't have sitting in the house for I don't know how long.
October 10th, 2023. Just after 6 p.m., Joveus Robinson stood at his father's door on North Elmhurst Road in Milwaukee. He knocked. Nothing. He called out. Still nothing. His father had been sick for a while, and it didn't feel right. So Joveus pushed the door open. The smell hit first. Heavy. Wrong. One step inside was all it took. He immediately called 911.
Milwaukee Police, if you're in here, announce yourself. If anyone else is in here, I'm taking the basement.
According to what Joveus knew, only 2 people were supposed to be living there. His 43-year-old father, Roman Moy, and his 12-year-old brother, Jakari Robinson. Officers rushed in and cleared the house. Some went to the basement. Others swept the first floor. No one was there. Roman was gone. The place looked empty, like time had stopped inside it. What they walked into barely felt like a home. Mold crept across walls. Trash was everywhere. Officers noticed cobwebs in the corners, thick enough to suggest no one had cleaned in.
Bro, that house is crazy. See, I don't know how you could leave your brother living at something like that. The way that this sink is that dirty, there's no way you could go. That house was so dirty. There's no way that you could walk in there and be like, "Nah, I'm cool with my little brother living here." Like as any type of person, I could look and see somebody and look at their house and be like, nah, you got your kid living in this? Hell no. Look at this sink. You see the trash bags that was all over the house?
The place looked empty, like time had stopped inside it. What they walked in
Look at this bed. The bed is messy. It looked
to
like something.
barely felt like a home. Mold.
All this stuff on the table. It's just too much. There's no way that you could allow somebody, your kid brother, to live in a pit like this.
Crept across walls. Trash was everywhere. Officers noticed cobwebs in the corners, thick enough to suggest no one had cleaned in months.
Apparently people are supposed to be living here?
Joveus kept telling them this was where his family lived. Slowly, small signs backed him up. Cops started finding clothing, personal items, traces of kids who had once moved through these rooms.
A lot of it's the rooms that me and checked, they were females, like little girl clothes.
So it's probably mom or some sort of family member.
No working toilet, no working shower.
And if it's a dead body in there, it probably smells horrid if it's a dead body in there.
That's crazy.
The house was unlivable, no running water, a dead shower, but beneath it all was another odor, one officers know too well. It pulled them toward the living room. On the floor was the body of 12-year-old Jakari Robinson. How long had he been there, and how did this happen?
Yeah, he's been there for a minute.
This was the scene Joveus walked into. He had gone in looking for his father. Instead, he found his little brother. Jakari lay on the floor, partially covered.
6'9", can you just do a call history search for this location from past?
Bruh, and if you just walk in that house and you smell that, and you are comfortable with walking in the house and it's looking like that, and you know somebody, that's crazy. That not even the fact that somebody's dead in there, it's the fact that the house already looked like that, and you know your family lives there.
Month.
As officers kept searching, their disbelief started to turn into shock. A family had been living here, somehow.
Is this house occupied?
It's barely used as staying here.
Where's the DOE? Where's the DOE?
Right here.
Oh.
Bro.
Doesn't even look like.
Police searched every inch of the house. They needed to be sure there were no more victims hidden inside.
He's just by himself.
He's been there for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of looks like someone wrapped him up like that, put a blanket over him.
Yeah.
Like that top, the t-shirt on his
Especially
head.
if the blanket and the t-shirt is over his head when they come in here.
Roman Moy didn't just live there with Jakari. He actually has custody of 2 more children, 17-year-old Brianna Robinson and 15-year-old Shakina Robinson. They were older sisters of 12-year-old Jakari Robinson.
I mean, if there's 2 other, bunk beds, where the other kids are.
Right. Wonder if this is just a nasty case of neglect.
Oh, he definitely taking advantage of them girls. There's no doubt in my mind that there's more sick stuff going on in that house.
Probably.
So the kid's supposed to be, 11, they said?
Yeah.
2, daddy.
One his sister.
But about 2 weeks prior, the 2 girls had gone to stay with their mother, Yolande Robinson. That left only Roman and Jakari in the house.
And no one else was in here with him, just him?
Apparently his brother just checked up on him. I haven't heard from him. That's brother outside. I guess he's supposed to be living with dad.
So this is probably mom's residence?
Outside, 22-year-old Javeus just stood there, trying to understand how everything had fallen apart without anyone noticing.
Well, how old are you?
21, 22.
And
I'm sorry, 22.
Okay, so that's about a 10-year difference there.
So I moved out at 18, and I really haven't been here that much since then. I've
Yeah.
just been popping up to visit my dad here and there. I've been popping up here and there to visit, but I haven't really been here, really in some years. I haven't actually sat down and actually stayed here in some years.
Javeus used to live
Yeah, I bet I wouldn't stay there either, because he know how messy and crazy this whole situation is. But I don't know, I would still had to been like, I don't know, I still would have had to do something about my own siblings living in this crap.
there too, but after he moved out, his father stopped letting him inside. If he wanted to see his siblings, it happened at their mother's place. The last time he saw Jakari was 52 days earlier at Jakari's 12th birthday party. Today, he had called his father again and again, no answer. The door was unlocked, so he walked in.
You're the one that found your brother, right? Was the door unlocked or was it locked? It was unlocked? Okay.
About 4 or 5 days earlier, Javeus had seen his father outside the house, just like always. They sat in the car. Roman never invited him inside. That day, something felt off. Roman kept taking deep breaths, over and over, with no clear reason. Javeus noticed. He worried. Before leaving, he told his father to stay in contact and take care of himself. Since then, Javeus had been texting Roman. The girls wanted to come by and see their dad. They wanted to see Jakari too. At first, Roman agreed. But when Javeus tried to drop the girls off on October 8th, no one answered the door. That's 2 days before Jakari was found dead. That same day, Roman texted back after several hours, saying he wasn't home. So, October 10th, the day when he found Jakari's body, it was basically the second time that week Javeus had shown up to the house, and Roman wasn't there.
How long ago did you start getting concerned for him?
Been concerned for like the last month, but
Where's the DOE?
Right here.
Oh.
bro. But it really got serious like within the last week.
Yeah.
Cause I was distant. My dad been dodging. Like every time I come over here, every time I come over here to like to drop the kids off or something to him, he'd say he's not here. But I'm like, how you not here if you just told them? So, I came here because he been texting me today saying he only got a couple days left to live. So I'm like, okay. And he said he don't want us to see him like that, so he been staying away from us. So I'm like, Dad, I need to see you. Like, if you only got a couple days left to live, I need to see you.
Javeus wasn't just confused. He was scared. His father had recently told him he had cancer. Then, in the weeks leading up to October 10th, Roman said it had gotten worse, that he didn't have much time left. Hearing that made Javeus want to be around him more, but instead, Roman started pulling away, dodging calls, making excuses.
Every time I pull up, my dad would come outside to me, because he been saying he been trying to move real bad. Like I was supposed to help him move and this and that, but then he got sick, so he put that on hold and saying that he don't have too much longer to live. It just everything just wasn't adding up. Everything just wasn't adding up. It wasn't adding up.
The night before, around 5:22 p.m., Javeus texted Roman again. He told his father he needed to see him. Roman said he didn't have the energy. That answer only made Javeus more anxious. This wasn't how his dad usually acted. So, the next day, Javeus drove over with his girlfriend. He stood at the door, called out, again and again. He thought his father was lying about not being home, like before. He opened the door once, looked inside, walked back out, and told his girlfriend no one was there. The house looked abandoned. Still, something pulled him back inside. He remembered his grandfather's photos. Roman cared about those. If they were left behind, something was wrong. As he looked around, he found Jakari on the living room floor.
In your opinion, because obviously we don't know you, you have more insight on this. Do you think your dad was just, I mean, what was the relationship between him and Jakari?
Honestly, bro, he's been telling me that the last couple of months that Jakari has been like real bad, and that he's been keeping Kari away from us. And I've been wondering like why he can never come with us. Every time we go somewhere, it's always the girls. He always let the two girls come, but he never let Jakari come. My mom even noticed that. She even asked me like, why Jakari never can come to nothing? He always got to stay here. Why is that? So then, I never, ever in my life expected this.
Gervais never thought his father could do something like this, but he knew Roman could be harsh. Discipline in that house came with fear, and now no one could reach Roman. Calls went unanswered, messages ignored. Every time Gervais showed up, the answer was the same. He wasn't there. Jakari's mother, Yalan, felt it too. Something wasn't right. She had been trying to see her son and couldn't. She warned Roman that she would send police to the house if she couldn't see Jakari. His response was cold. He told her to go ahead, said he wasn't there anyway. Gervais didn't believe that for a second. If his father wasn't there, then where was he? That question pushed him to show up one more time. When no one answered, he went inside. After calling 911, the next call he made was to his mother. Not long after, Yalan arrived at the scene.
I'm sorry, okay? So you're mom of Jakari? When was the last time you saw Jakari?
I haven't seen my son in over 3 years.
Okay.
Every time when I would call Ramon and ask him, can I see my son, he would tell me no, he's too bad. I said, Ramon, a kid is never that bad where they can't see their mom. That's his book.
And how many kids does he have? I'm sorry.
He got 6 by me.
6 by you? Okay.
6 by me.
Jakari was the youngest of all, and the last time he spoke to his mother was 5 weeks before his body was found.
I talked to Jakari about 5 weeks ago. I had got the girls again. I said, Jakari, Ramon, where's Jakari? He said, he right here. I said, Jakari, man, you gotta be good so you can come over and have some fun with us. He said, okay, mama. That was it. That was the last conversation we had.
Yalan kept telling Jakari to behave, to stay quiet, to do whatever his father wanted so he'd be allowed to see his family. Jakari looked drained, flat, sad in a way a 12-year-old shouldn't be. Every call ended the same way. He wanted his mom. He wanted his brother. He begged them to come get him. Yalan had been trying to convince Roman to...
Yeah, I don't know if I could go 3 years without seeing my kid that I know or not hearing from him, and then knowing there's like, I don't know, maybe there was such a reason that, like, I don't know, maybe if I was being kept away from my kids, like what was the reason she was being kept away from the kids? Like they had 6 kids together. Was any of these traits of abuse in any of these kids? He only let the girls go, but he never let the little boy go. What was it about the boy that he didn't want to get out? I think that was the issue. Maybe he had something that he done to the boy that he didn't want getting out. And if finally he was just like, I can't let this secret get out, so I gotta get rid of him. And that was probably his way out of not. And I'm pretty sure they probably did some stuff over it, like, cause to wrap your son up and just leave him in a living room and disappear is crazy. It's like it's way deeper than just I overreacted. Nobody just overreacts and does that. Like, that's, as a father, that's crazy.
Let Jakari visit her. They had that same conversation just the day before he was found.
I texted Ramon early today. I was at work. I texted him over and over. I said, Ramon, when can I come and see, can Jakari come over? I got the girls. Can I get Jakari? He said, Jakari will be with you very soon. He said, I'm too weak right now to bring him to you, but I will make sure that he gets to you today. I said, okay, fine. Then I had mentioned my son. I said, well, Zayas can come and get him and bring him over to me. Then I get a call, just getting off from work. I got a call. My daughter said, Mama, I knew it. Found him dead.
Investigators kept circling the same question. Why didn't Jakari reach out for help? Why didn't he call the police?
Is he supposed to have a cell phone with him?
Jakari?
Yeah.
He have a cell phone, but I don't even think that is on.
Okay.
I don't even think that's on, bro.
Jakari was mentally sound. He was a smart kid. He did have a cell phone, but it wasn't really his. His father controlled it. The internet, the access, the timing. Jakari could only talk to his family when Roman allowed it. usually through Facebook calls. He wasn't enrolled in school either. None of the 3 kids were. They were homeschooled, confined to that house. Detectives needed to know if it had always been like this.
Can I ask you something, though?
Yeah.
When you walked in there, was there anything that kind of looked out of place? Anything out of the norm?
The house itself.
Just in what words?
Like, as if like no one lived there. I was lost for words when I went in that house, bro. When I went in there and I seen that house.
So you saw him August 19th?
Yes, that was.
Yeah, to see a house that disheveled, and even if the girls was living there, he said the girls was with the mom for like 2 weeks or something. The girls didn't see the house looking that nasty and been like, "Yo, mom, this house." The daughters were older. I think they said 15 and 17. So being 15 and 17, someone was like, "Hey, this house is nasty. Our dad does not clean up. He does not help. He abusing our little brother?" Like, somebody had to notice or say something like at some point.
That was like really the last really good time I saw him, because he asked me can I stay with him. I gave him some toys and I was about to leave, and my little brother said, "Can you stay with me for a little bit?" And as soon as he said that, it hit me. I'm like, damn, bro. I sat and played with him with his toys for a little bit on the porch for like 30 minutes and I left.
Even when Joveus was allowed to see his brother, it was controlled. He was never allowed inside. They sat on the porch. That's where they played. That's where they talked. Even on Jakari's 12th birthday. Not long after his birthday, that day, Jakari cried for help. And once again, he was left behind.
He never really had a big brother figure, man. That's the thing, and I always tried to tell my dad, like, let him come over, Dad. Let him play the game with me. Let him come to my house. He can chill with me. This and that, Dad. It's I don't understand it, bro. I'm lost. I'm lost.
I don't understand
I'm
either.
lost, bro.
One thing investigators could confirm was that Jakari was alive 2 weeks earlier. That was the last time his sisters Brianna and Shakina saw him. Normally, their father would only allow them to visit their mother for a couple of days. This time, it stretched to nearly 2 weeks. That wasn't normal. And when they came to visit their mom, they didn't look good. At the time, the family knew Roman had money problems. They assumed it was because of that they were in that state. No one thought of such abuse.
My dad is a secretive type of person. He don't tell me too much or nothing, so I have to find everything out on my own. Just like today, if I would have never went in that house, my little brother would have been sitting in that house for I don't know how long.
He had likely been dead inside that house for at least a week.
Like I said, ain't no kid that bad where you gotta take his life. I'm sorry.
I got kids.
I don't even think the kid was bad. I think the dad was just sick and going through something, and he had his own little mental issues, and whatever made him hurt that kid, maybe the kid didn't, I don't know, maybe he was just a evil person. Just
I can't even imagine hurting my kid, no matter how
I'm telling you.
I couldn't. At the end of the day, no matter how stressful it may be,
I'm telling you.
they are your pride and joy.
Only one person knew what really happened behind those walls, Roman Moy, and he was gone. Finding him became the priority.
When you texted Roman, did he ever respond to you?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He responded to you today?
Yes, he did, several times.
Okay, and what did he say to you?
I'm going to read them to you right now.
Okay.
Here he is, right here. This is what he said. He said, I don't have, he pretty much saying he don't have no energy to bring Jakari to me. And I just kept texting. And then I said, because he had told me, I know he got, and I said, you're going to be okay. You're going to, prayer works and all this other stuff. He said, I'm not feeling good. He said, but I will, pretty much bring Jakari. He said, yes, I have Jakari. Yes, I have. Pretty much, I got Jakari here. Jakari's fine. But then this.
Roman had kept up appearances, texting, making excuses, claiming everything was fine, all while Jakari was already dead. He kept Joveus outside, made sure no one came in. Now that the truth was out, the family could only imagine what had happened in that house. Roman had a girlfriend named Sarah. She never lived there, and she had died months earlier, in July of 2023. Roman was sick. His relationship had ended in tragedy. Yalan wondered if all of it had turned into rage, taken out on the smallest and weakest person in that house.
It's all the what happened, where did it go wrong kind of scenarios right
Like
now.
what he could have possibly did to take your son's damn life. I understand you going through, you just lost your girlfriend. I understand that. Damn, your son, come on, Roman. You're better than that, man. You're better than that.
Sarah didn't pass away naturally. She did it to herself. And that too, just one day before their wedding. It shattered Roman.
And did you guys just is this a new girlfriend, or it's been a couple years?
Well, he's been with, but she's passed too now.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, he couldn't cope with that with her dying because I guess they were supposed to be.
Birthday, That day, Jakari cried for help, and once again, he was left behind.
He never really had a big brother.
Like the next day that she passed. So I don't know if he just couldn't cope off with her death and just took it out on Jakari. I don't know. I don't know.
Yolan was the last person to hear from Roman. Detectives pressed her for answers. Where would he go? Where could he be hiding? She didn't know.
Did he tell you where he was at when you talked to him?
No. He just said, I told him I was going to come and get Jakari when I got off from work. Yeah. And he said, no, I'm going to bring Jakari. He said Jakari will be with you very soon. That's what he said. Jakari's coming to you very soon.
Right.
After that final contact, Roman vanished.
Do you know if Roman drives?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
He does not drive. Everything is on foot.
Despite claiming he was too sick and weak to move, Roman fled. He walked away from the house, from his son, from the crime scene. Investigators believed it was only a matter of time before he was found, especially with the family wanting answers.
He would probably run to his mama's house. I can't think of nowhere else. Where would he go?
Do you know the address on 27?
I'm not even sure. I know she changed her phone number. I wonder why did she change her phone number all of a sudden?
Change her phone number?
I guess not too long ago she changed her number.
Okay.
Detectives followed their first lead, his mother's house. They searched it. He wasn't there. In fact, Roman's mother had messaged him. She told him to turn himself in, told him he was facing life in prison. His response was chilling. He said he was going to die, and that he wouldn't be around for that. As officers spoke with Yolan, the medical examiner arrived at the scene.
I don't want to be out here.
Let boss know. No, they examine him inside. And then
I don't want.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they how many damn parts is to this before we find out if they caught him.
so this is what so detectives will do their investigation, medical examiner will come and do their investigation and deem what the cause would be, okay?
They're going to tell us that tonight?
You will get some information tonight. The ME will talk to you, and so will the detectives, okay? So just, we're on standby to standby.
And it was only the beginning of what the family was about to learn. With so many pieces missing, one question sat above all the rest. Where was Roman Moy? Until that was answered, nothing else could move forward. Roman was charged with homicide. A warrant went out. Milwaukee police teamed up with U.S. Marshals and began the search. Authorities believed he hadn't gone far. Someone like this couldn't just disappear. He had to face what he'd done. 4 months passed. There were no signs of him anywhere. Then finally, Roman Moy was located and taken into custody. He hadn't fled the city. He'd been staying at a local shelter the entire time. If convicted on all counts, he was facing up to 82 years in prison.
This is 12-year-old Jakari Robinson. He was happy, energetic, and loved wrestling. In October, his older brother found him inside his father's home on Milwaukee's north side, wrapped in blankets, malnourished, and dead. A month later, Jakari's father, Roman Moy, was charged for his death and nowhere to be found. Family telling us then they hadn't heard from Moy in weeks. A criminal complaint shows Moy's mother texted him back in October saying, quote, "You may as well turn yourself in. You are going to prison for life." 4 months later, and Moy is behind bars.
This one just took a little bit longer than normal. I always believed that he was in the Milwaukee area.
And he was. Officer Thomas Kotnick with Milwaukee Police's Fugitive Apprehension Unit says his team was assigned to find Moy as soon as the charges dropped in November.
Through one of our investigative leads and then information from an outside source, we were able to gather information that he was going to be in the Lower East Side area over the weekend.
On Sunday, Kotnick and his partner, Officer Rutherford, say they found Moy near Cathedral Square at Jackson and Kilbourne, arrested him, and brought him to the Milwaukee County Jail.
It not only helps bring closure to the people affected by the death of Jakari, but it also brings, I think, closure to our department as well.
He eventually pled guilty, and I'm gonna read some of that, but it's the actual body cam footage.
Hillsham, can I get a light? What is this? Oh.
Bro, this is messy. This is just so much mess. Like, she just digging through that and she could just randomly pop up on a body. I'm guessing they searching for the smell at this point.
There.
There.
Oh, the body's already in the living room. His body's right there in the living room.
It's barely used as a thing here.
Where's the DOE?
Right there.
Oh.
Doesn't even look lifelike. You're just by yourself. He's been there for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
There's nothing too out of the norm. Pill bottle says something I can't. Penicillin, I'm allergic to that shit, so.
No adults? Penicillin.
And that door is still locked, it looks like.
Yeah.
I thought the smell was going to get a lot worse, honestly.
Card always. I've been card always has problems, but I'll just refuse to see it.
What kind of problem?
It's like. Every he wants to say and to do whatever you want to do and all types of stuff. Custody dog way or either hear him move or either try to attack or other girls. Then at that point, then it started getting to where he just wanted to this still alive.
Still a lot? So he had some discipline problems?
Yeah, a lot.
What was he stealing?
Just like food, and I couldn't understand that further because he was getting fair. And after he got eaten, it's like he wanted to get up in the middle. He wanted to get up in the middle of the night. And he wants to look here, like you're the egg card. That someone, he just started getting worse.
So he starved his son because he would get up in the middle of the night and steal food. So you starve him. He's 12 years old. I got a daughter and she eats like a damn garbage disposal. She ate a whole 6-pack of garlic bread one day and I almost lost it. I was like, damn, I had my mouth all water for some spaghetti and garlic bread. I come home and you ate a whole box of garlic bread. But that don't mean abuse them. That don't mean punish them. Feed them. Obviously, the kid is hungry.
Okay. So he kept on stealing food.
I just stopped. That just happened. That's what goes on. But I know that still young lady, that just happened. I wasn't scared.
Okay. Can I ask you, were you punishing him because of how you felt? Did he remind you of yourself?
He was way different to get out of us.
Then why Jakari?
Probably because the way he acted, the way he acted, like more than anybody.
Okay. So did Jakari get a lot? I'm sorry, it's just a little difficult to hear you. I got the vending machine out there making noise. Was it Was Jakari getting punished in other ways too?
Like, as well.
He had some healed, broken bones.
Oh, yeah.
Was that from him getting punished for stealing the food?
Moy seems to blame a lot of his son's murder on his fiancée who died in what he said was an overdose. Moy had custody, not just of Jakari, but of his 2 sisters who also lived in that house, who he said were not restricted to eating food like the 12-year-old boy was. The boy also had broken bones. Moy said he would beat Jakari if he caught the boy with food at times he didn't want him to be eating.
What about the whoopings? Because he had some pretty serious injuries. Can you describe these whoopings to us?
I just remember taking the ass whooping.
I mean, would you punch him? Would you, like, how would you whoop him? I mean, what?
I had something.
Would you hit him with something?
Yeah, like a shoe or something like that.
With a shoe or, okay. Was it always something different?
No, I remember. I just the only thing I remember it. The shoe.
The shoe? Okay. So he passes on the 3rd. The couple of days before that, I mean, did you know that he was getting close?
No, I didn't realize.
You didn't even realize?
Not at all.
So after he passes, what do you do?
I was in shock. And I just stood there like, I didn't know what to do.
I mean, you broke his bones. You starved him. You didn't eat him. You starved him to death. He was stealing food because he was hungry. You talking about, you didn't want him to eat when you wanted him to eat when you wanted him to eat. But he wasn't eating at all. And that's why he had to steal the food, because you wasn't feeding him. So, I don't know. I think that's just over. You know, anyway, he was sentenced to 40 years in prison with 20 years extended supervision for the homicide charge. He also got 7.5 years for chronic neglect of a child, with 5 years extended supervision to be served consecutively to the homicide charge, and 1.5 years with 4 years of extended supervision to be served concurrently for failing to report the death of a child. You know, so dad tortured and unalived him. Terrible, terrible, terrible. All right, let me know what y'all think about that one in the comment section. That was pretty tough.